Good evening, everybody. Can I get a chat confirmation if people are able to hear me? Audio check. Good evening, everybody. Can I get? All right. So just give me a moment. We shall start. Welcome, everybody, to this info session on how to make a successful career in the space of data science. I am Nitin Mishra, your host for today. And this session is coming to you from 360 Digit MG, one of the fast moving upward company in the space of analytics training. And we have covered leaps and bounds as far as our journey in training is concerned. And we have had quite a bit of successes in myriad ways. So we will be discussing a little about that. Before I proceed, I would just like to give you a brief summary about myself. That is me. I am an alumnus of IIM Lucknow. I'm a mechanical engineer by qualification, and I have over 22 years of experience in varied domains. Started as a trainer, moved to the quality control department of a mid-sized company, and then grew in the ranks to be a chief operating officer of that particular company, of a MSME company, and then was part of many verticals there, was part of various quality control initiatives in the space of Lean Six Sigma, just in time, and the 5S techniques. Moved on to the space of analytics, also acquired a certification from Indian Institute of Management, Lucknow, and have been a trainer and a data scientist for more than 5 years now. So that's been my journey. And this has been my career progression. And I am also having keen interest in the space of IR 4.0 and RPA. And I'm also doing a lot of work in the space of change management. So this is very briefly about me. And the very fact that you've chosen 360 Digit MG implies that you have adequate faith in the organization. Let me just tell you about it. So 360 Digit EMG is close to the organization and its leaders. The promoters have been running this show for over 7 years now. And we conduct a host of trainings. These are some of the trainings that is listed, and we obviously conduct a lot more trainings in the space. We have restricted our training space to emerging technologies. We didn't want the people to be, in the space of run of the mill training programs, etc. So we have data science, big data, AI, deep learning, domain analytics. All these things are some of the premium courses that we are currently doing, and which is the in thing in the future. So that is briefly about it, about our website. All right. And let me just quickly run you through this presentation of ours, and then I will also tell you about what is the expectation you can have with reference to this particular training. So one thing you all need to remember as a participant of 360 Digit MG is that we don't just train, we build careers, and we actually mean it. All right, I will go through a series of cases where I'll show you how the transformation is practically what we are doing. So as our name suggests, we follow our name to the letter. So 360 D stands for 360 degrees. Digit is of course for digital. M stands for T stands for transformation. M stands for management and governance. So we look at the complete transformation of the career of our people. We also provide consultancy in the space of management and governance, and it is also in the digital form and a complete 360 degrees turnaround. Many of the training institutes what offer today are essentially a training program, a very heavy curriculum. They'll have a lot of classes, try to push in or try to squeeze in a lot of content and claim that they have taught you so many things. They'll probably try to check the boxes that you have been introduced to this also, this also, this also. There is no end to that. All right. So they will probably try to squeeze in a lot of things in that. We are not here. Whatever we teach you, we will teach you which is absolutely relevant to the industry, to the job market, and how it can make you job ready. So we have multiple programs. Two of our flagship programs are, one is the certification program and one is the professional program. The start of the certification program and the professional program is the same, which is the data science program, wherein we start off with the very fundamentals, simple things like finding out the mean of 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5. From that, from the mean median mode, we start from that basic fundamental and go all the way up to explaining to you things about deep neural networks, recurrent neural networks, working with image processing, working with the advanced models in natural language processing. I mean, these may seem to be jargon at this point of time because you are in your first step to the journey, but that is how we'll go. We'll take it slow and then we'll take you to the great heights. So the point I'm trying to make is that we do not have any prerequisites with reference to the participants joining. If you are a person who understands English, if you are a person who has done mathematics in school, you are adequately qualified to learn data science. All right. And you can actually make a success of the learning process. You can actually learn data science in a very big way. It all takes efforts and the zeal from your end, and the equal amount of motivation and the push that is required will be provided by us. So to quickly guide you through what all the things that we will teach is pretty much standard. Many of the institutes offer that. So I will not spend too much time. We will obviously be dwelling a lot in Python. All right. We'll be doing a lot in R. We'll be teaching you what is known as Tableau, which is a BI tool. Now, as soon as we mention Python, we mention R. There are quite a few among you who feel quite scared. All right. Who feel immediately, oh my God, I'm not cut out for programming. I have not been a programming background. I am not a computer science graduate. I'm not a technical graduate. I'm not an engineer. I cannot do that. To you people, I have one simple thing to say. Not knowing programming is your current state. All right. Just like a child learns to walk, then when it learns to walk, it learns to run. And when it learns to run, it learns to jump. And then it becomes an athlete. On similar lines, today, you may not be aware of R, you may not be aware of Python, you might or not have learned C, C++, etc. I want you all to trust your trainers, trust the people at 360 DGTMG, trust the people at our institute for the various courses that we are going to be offering in the space of the programming, and come with an open mind, and we will definitely make you fall in love with programming. Not just get over your fear of the coding, which people generally have this, but actually make you fall in love with the programming language. So that is one thing that I can absolutely assure you, right? But then again, like I said, come with an open mind. That is one thing. You will also be introduced to a lot of database tools, SQL, NoSQL. You will be introduced to a lot of big data applications. You will be introduced to cloud applications, and one other very popular in the past, I'm using this word, one of the past popular applications, SaaS. Again, this SaaS application used to be popular because it was having a lot of options and a lot of modules available to it. It has lost its popularity for the singular reason of being very, very expensive. So therefore, big organizations who have invested in these legacy softwares continue to use them, but people are now moving to open source, which is having no dependency with reference to the software vendor. That is the new age. People are now going to the free softwares and the freemium applications that are there. So, and also pay as you use applications. So that is one thing. But nevertheless, people are there. So we are training you on those lines as well. All right. Now, I can probably discuss in great length as to what is big data, what happens in 1 minute, and things like that. I'm sure many of you are already aware. Most of you are internet savvy. Most of you are today, using your mobile phones for consuming content like never before. You are, most of you may be having, apart from Facebook, Instagram, or some of you may not have Facebook, may have now moved to Instagram and only be on that, and maybe some of you are on Twitter as well and LinkedIn. So you people are quite net savvy and social media savvy, and you are quite aware of all the things. So I will not probably waste my time, showing you the light once again on these kind of things. What I would rather do is explain something in a bird's eye view with reference to what are these jargons that you often see with reference to AI and DS and ML and DL and things like that. What are these jargons that you see? I'll probably talk about these things alone. All right. Okay. So artificial intelligence. Let us break up this word into two. We have artificial, we have intelligence. I don't think we need to define what intelligence is. Intelligence is something that you expect of a living organisms, and more appropriately out of human beings. If you can have that intelligence which is part of a living organisms or human beings in an artificial setup, you have artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence in this very crude definition is not something new. It is more than 100 years old. All right. Ever since technological development started happening right from the time of steam engine and things like that, right from Jules Verne, if you have read the book Jules Verne, 20,000 Leagues Below the Sea, or H.G. Wells, The Time Machine, etc., people have been thinking of machines that are very, very intelligent. All right. So artificial intelligence as a concept is more than 100 years old. We are finding a lot of traction to that particular word in the recent past, which is pretty good, because actually the thoughts, the ideas, the fiction which the authors have are now becoming reality and going beyond reality. All right. What we cannot think or what we have not even thought is something that is already happening. So artificial intelligence is just about everything that is an intelligent process that can be done in an artificial setting. Very simple, very crude information. What is data science then? So science, once again, let us split the word. Science and data are two separate words which independently both of us, all of us know what it means. Science is any field of study which requires scientific inquiry, which requires one to have some experimentation, theorization, etc., to make sense of it. Now, if you are going to do all what you can do on science, what you generally do on science, and do it on data, you are doing data science. So if you are conducting experiments like you do in physics, you're on data. If you are mixing some chemicals and you are coming up with a new compound, you can do the same thing with data. If you are cutting open the data and trying to see the inside of it, like what you do in zoology or botany, the same thing can be done. The slicing and dicing of data, the mixing of data for creating new features, all right, subjecting data to certain tests to find out the results, what it says, like what you do in physics. So you can do everything, and that is data science. So anything, any experimentation process that you do on data is data science. Very simple. And I'm on purpose trying to keep it at a very high level because I just want to introduce you to this. This is not a class on data science as yet. Then what is data mining? All right. Now, data mining, again, let us split the word mining and data. All right. So you mine for coal. I mean, when I say you, I mean not you. People mine for coal. People mine for, iron. People mine for copper. People mine for gold, even diamonds. So what is the process? How is it done? When you remove the unwanted stuff from the earth and you are left with the precious element, whatever, or that what you decided to pull out. When you say, okay, I'm going to mine for copper, so everything other than copper is gotten rid of and you are left with copper. So the entire process of refining, filtration, cleaning, all those activities with a clear profit motive. All right, a clear profit motive, or what we call a value proposition. When you have a value proposition, then the activities that you do on the data, within the data science, the activities that you do with an intention of creating value, it is data mining. So what is value? All right, value is only two things. All right, value is money and time. There are only two things. This is a small lesson in economics. I'm not talking about the intangibles wherein we talk about, where we have customer satisfaction, happiness index, and all those things. That is a different issue, right? Nepal, the country Nepal has got the highest happiness index in the world. We are not there to discuss about it. That is also important, but let us not dilute our discussion. So when you are doing activities with an intention of improving the profit, with an intention of reducing the time spent on an activity, you are doing data mining. All right, activities on data with a profit motive. Then what is machine learning? Machine learning and data mining are often synonymously used because the difference between data mining and machine learning is very, very less. So all activities that you do with an intention of profit motive, and amongst those activities, the successful activities. All right, you may try many things. Most of it may not be successful. Some of it may be successful. So those that actually are successful, and those successful activities which you can actually put it down in some kind of a documentation, in some kind of a model, in some kind of an SOP, standard operating procedure, when you can record it and say, okay, for the purpose of creating value, for the purpose of reducing time, follow steps 1, 3, 7, 2, 6 in this particular order. So this becomes the learning that you have obtained from the data mining and machine learning. That is why oftentimes these are interchangeably used, and the science also permits for that. So machine learning is those successful methods by which you are creating value, which is part of the data mining. Then what is deep learning? Now, once you have made the SOP, standard operating procedure, SOP is nothing but your machine learning model. Now, again, friends, need not get alarmed. These are some of the things that we will be discussing in great detail as part of our session. All right. So whatever we have as part of this deep learning, as part of machine learning, the process, let us say 1, 3, 4, 7, 6 is the process. Follow this in this path and you will make profits or your expenses will reduce. Deep learning is the algorithm which is going to question this. Why 3, 4, 7, 6? Why not 3, 4, 7, 6? What happens if I skip 3? There is no change. If you skip 3, still you are making the same amount of money. Then this is the deeper learning. Okay, I have done now skipped, I have removed 3 altogether. Now 1, 4, 7, 6. Now what can I do to improve the profit and reduce my activities? So when the model questions the laid down process and tries to improve upon the given value proposition, given the profit motive, it says, okay, you want me to make money, right? I'll try to make more money. How can I do that? So when it does that on its own and tries to figure out better and better methods of improving what has been designed to do, that is what is called deep learning. So the very fact that I wanted to explain this in just about less than 5 minutes, which is probably going to take the next 3 months, the minimum 3 to 4 months, 2 to 3 months minimum to explain about this, is to give you a bird's eye view of the interesting topic, the interesting times we are going to be having to learn all these things in great detail. All right. So this is not computer. This is not coding. This is not mathematics. It is also economics. It is also uh, you know a little bit of statistics. It's a little bit of everything as a mixture of it. It is a little bit of your art class as well. So the entire thing is what we are going to be looking at, and which results in an enormous amount of untapped opportunity. And I know also the salaries of professionals are going up, and I have a lot of anecdotes that I can probably share with you, but I really don't want to share at this point of time, because the fact remains that good professionals are so much in demand, that it is becoming literally a headache, all right, for people to fill up these vacancies. We have our own people here, we have our this thing. So the key word being really good executives and really good people there. So that is one thing. All right. And quickly as to what you will learn with reference to the programming. So you have the statistical analysis. All right. Like I said, we'll talk about the data mining. Supervised and unsupervised are part of that, which is also machine learning, as I told you. And then we will learn about text mining. All right. Text mining is something that is catching up the fancy enormously, with so much of data, getting in the space of most of the data getting in the space of unstructured data right now. Most of the data is not in the regular format of rows and columns, because if you have learned data, if you have learned about databases or anybody or anything about data at all, you might have learned about the rows and columns, tabulations, etc. Now people are throwing away all those things. All right, I really don't want to have the conformity of having data. I want data which is just about anything. Nitin Mishra has been speaking for 20 minutes, 30 minutes. I don't have the time to listen to Nitin Mishra. Can the speech of Nitin Mishra that was given, can you give me the gist of it? Can you give me a concise version of what all he has spoken in just 5 minutes? That is the unstructured data, which is all the words that I've spoken, and pulling out the gist of it is what is text mining. And there are hosts of applications today when politicians or major speeches are happening. Even before the person is able to listen, the algorithms are able to say what is the important aspects that has been spoken so far, and it keeps updating the marquee. If you're watching Aaj Tak or Republic or whatever those channels, it keeps updating it below itself, stating that this is what the important things, and no human being is doing it. So we are working with these kind of amazing, interesting modules as part of our training. And then we will also be doing a lot of work, a lot of studies in the space of deep learning with reference to artificial neural network, convolutional neural network, recurrent neural network. I'm just mentioning the names not to frighten you, not to scare you, but also tell you what amazing times that we are living right now and what are the things that we can hope to achieve. All right. Is that all? We also have a whole laundry list of accreditations that are part of it. All right. And as part of the accreditations, City and Guilds UK, UTM Malaysia, TUVSUD, which is a German certification body, IBM, Panasonic, TCS Ion, all right. All these things are there in our space wherein they have acknowledged the amazing quality of content and delivery and the pedagogy of our training that they have decided to get associated with us. All right. We have major industries now because it is too early and because of things like that. But you will be hearing about major corporates being associated with us, and we'll be proudly announcing those things also. A lot of discussions are happening with premium MNC foreign companies, multinational foreign companies, software companies. With them discussions are happening, and very soon those names, at least 2 more names, are going to be added. It is too early to reveal all those things at this point of time, but just watch this space. That is one thing. All right. So ultimately, all this said and done needs to translate into you getting a job, and that job is the success. That ultimately you're going to measure for anything. You'll have to, any activity that it's a profit and loss statement, right? So I invest so much money, I invest so much time. Now, honestly, I personally feel money is nothing. All right. It is the time that one invests, anywhere between 3 months to 6 months at a time a person invests in this, and what is the returns of that particular investment am I going to get? How is 360 digit MG going to ensure that I get the return on investment, which is primarily the amount of efforts and time that I'm going to be putting in, which translates into a very good job, a job as a data scientist or in the role of a data science professional, a data engineer or whatever. How is it going to do? I'll briefly touch upon that in a few moments now. Now, to also make you feel at ease, this is the 4 pillars, and many other people who are part of the steering committee, you can call it, or you can call them as the people who are actually running the show, each one more qualified than the other, each one having more experience than the other, and everybody complements each other with the various other things. All right. Bharani Kumar, our managing director, IIT, doubly qualified once from ISB and currently taking another qualification from ISB, a data scientist, visiting faculty to many premier institutions, a consulting data scientist to many companies. All right. An entrepreneur and philanthropist. He's one side of it. We have Swaroop, who's been in the US, who's been closely observing the US industry, has created, being there for many years now, has created roots, has grown roots there, and also has developed huge connects with reference to the Western world's data science team and all the aspects of it. Sharat Chandra is from Oracle. He has extensively worked on projects. He's the one guy who has worked on probably hundreds of projects in the last few years in various data science projects, and he has developed such wonderful applications and such wonderful products that he's the go-to person for anything. Now he's currently a person who jumps from one meeting to another meeting talking about projects. So if you are going to have some real life experience, that is Sharat Chandra to go to. I don't really need to tell too much about myself. So this is basically what you stand to gain. Now, before I proceed any further, I'd just like to tell you the 360-degree aspect of what we are offering as part of our training. So this is 360 TMGR website. We have something called as learning resources. When you scroll down in the learning resources, we have multiple things. You have interview questions, because ultimately the goal is you want to get a job. All right. So which topic do you want to get into it? Get into that particular topic and start the interview question process. Start preparing for that. All right. Or you want to access the digital book, you can either download it. Now I've already downloaded this using my mail ID, so you'll have to do that. Or you want to access it. This is a 600 page plus digital book. Currently we are offering only 168 pages. Very smooth and very nice viewing. All these things are there. All right. And this is not a very textual book wherein you have a lot of text, you read through it and all that. This has got very limited text and a crisp kind of content that is provided in this particular textbook that you can. It is absolutely free for you to this thing. Then most importantly, which is our I prefer to call it as the lighthouse. Now many of you may be aware what a lighthouse is. Today, of course, we have modern communications. Once upon a time, a lighthouse used to be a small tower. Compared to a ship, it used to be very small. All right, the ships were much big, but the tower used to be comparatively very small. On a height, used to have a small lamp, which used to guide the ships and tell them there is a shore nearby, they should not come close. So this mind map, all right, we have mind map for so many products, so many courses available. Data science is the one we are talking of. So we have, if you want to, actually drill down into that, we have so many things which you can, keep going out, going in. And this is a dynamic document which we keep, updating. All right, it is something that we keep updating, and you will see more and more things coming in our way. If you can, and this is something that a student of data science, because all of you are going to be students for a lifetime. Even when you become a working professional, you will have to continuously learn. It is not something that you finish data science. Nobody can say I finished data science. You'll be learning continuously. And this is going to serve as that lighthouse to you, which is going to guide you through your entire journey. All right. Now, another very frequent question that I get from the participants is that why should I do a course from 360 Digit MG when there are YouTube videos available and I can learn it from YouTube itself? My answer to you is yes, a lot of YouTube videos are available. In fact, we have our own channel. You may subscribe to this right now. All right. We have so many people right now watching it from YouTube. You may even subscribe to this channel. You have a host of videos available. You can actually watch all these videos absolutely for free, and the content on this particular channel constantly keeps increasing. We are going to keep adding, and you can actually learn from this particular YouTube channel itself. But remember one thing, most of you are graduates or students who are graduating or attending various courses across various colleges and universities across the world and country and world. You may want to answer this simple question. Would it be possible for you to become a good student, to score well in your exams, to learn what is being taught only by sitting in the library? I can guarantee it is impossible. It is going to take an enormous amount of time. The whole objective of trainers and teachers and professors is that they are able to put in a concise way what is need to be learned. So these YouTube videos that we have, or whatever YouTube videos are there to aid your learning process. All right. Never try to take these aids as a permanent solution. The actual learning is only from the actual training, when you have an instructor talking to you on a live session. All right, that is one thing. Now, I wanted to also apprise you with regards to the 360-degree total turnaround with reference to jobs. So this is another thing that you may want to do. You may want to, get in touch with this. You may want to join this LinkedIn profile of ours. All right. So in this LinkedIn profile of ours, you will see that we have a lot of information with reference to new classes. We have a lot of information with reference to Free classes, we have a lot of information with reference to important information and all the things. All right. And we also do a lot of celebrations and all this. Quizzes are there. All right. Virtual interactive session on artificial intelligence. Then on FSWD, okay, life sciences, healthcare quiz. One moment. Sorry, there was some network issue. So I don't know how much of it you people missed out. So I'm assuming when I started my discussing about this LinkedIn is when you lost the connectivity, but I'll just quickly repeat what I was just mentioning there. So basically on our LinkedIn page, 360 Digit MG, our company, we post about various things. Now you look at this free 20 hours Python programming course. This is absolutely free. All right. We have these quiz times. All right. Then we have this data science and AI projects. This is again something that our CEO is going to be talking about. We have information about success stories about our past participants who have been placed. Quite frequently, all the success stories are placed, not just information, but also we have sessions wherein our successful candidates explain about their journey, tell us about how they have gone through the entire activity. We have mentorship program wherein on a one-on-one basis, one-on-one case, we mentor participants, and whatever shortcomings you have, we have the mock interviews where you are actually made quite uncomfortable with your very strict interview questions are asked, so that you can actually know where you stand and actually find out what are the areas of improvement that you need to work on. These are some of the things that as a complete 360 degrees of a training process is what we do it. Participants, once the selected participants, the top participants whom we identify, we pull them into our organization. We give them opportunities to work as interns in our Hyderabad office. All right. They work with us for 6, 7, 8 months. In the same while, they get salary, but the whole objective is that they are continuing to learn. The learning process is still continuing. And then when they are good enough, they are able to get into much better jobs. So this entire gamut is what completes the entire circle and helps us to create the kind of brand, the kind of success story that we are promising to all of our candidates. All right. 2 hours session per day. Some of the very common questions. Now, we as an organization look for feedback and also look at constructive criticism. All right. We never believe that what we are doing is the best. So we therefore keep asking, what is it that you want to be improved? Now, there was a query that said a 2 hour or a 3 hour or a 4 hour session in a class with about 20-30 participants is not enough. And there are times when we are not able to ask our doubts. The teacher is obviously, I'm a kind of little slow, but if I can get a little bit of motivation, I'll be able to make up. I'm not able to do it. So what can be done for that? We have organized one-on-one sessions. We have mentors and trainers who are available from 11 a.m. till 5 p.m. Monday through Saturday. All right. All you need to do is log into that particular Zoom session, and you can have one of our persons will be available. You can wait your turn. All right. If there are few people, you need to wait your turn. And that person, that particular room, that particular session will be manned continuously without even lunch break from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. And there will be able to clarify your doubts on a one-on-one session. They will even let you share your screen. Currently, you can see my screen being shared. They will even let you share your screen and actually guide you in a step-by-step process. Now, given the COVID, one is we can keep our head in our hands and say COVID is there, or what is it that we can do? So we are, whatever we could do as a classroom, we have it in the online mode. That is one thing that we offer, and this is offered to all the registered participants of 360 Digit MG. That is one thing. Free programs, the free programs that we mentioned. For instance, I was talking about the database, the cloud, the big data, etc. These are programs are conducted free every quarter. Once it is conducted, all right, all you need to do is you need to log in at that particular point of time. Now, I cannot wait for 1 quarter. Just now it got over, but I cannot wait for 1 quarter. While you wait, you can attend those recorded sessions which are available. When you want to attend, you can attend it again. All right. So this is another, the additional programs are offered continuously again and again. What about the regular program? Yes, the regular program can be attended again and again. 1 year, you can attend this program as many times as you want. All right. What about these certifications? What are the trainings? Our trainings are suited to provide these certifications. People have gotten certified from UTM, from IBM, right? From all these places, people have already gotten certifications and the process is already set. We are aware of the expectations of these examinations and people have been clearing them. All right. So just to quickly wrap up, attend multiple sessions any number of times, concurrently or in sequence. Lifetime access to the LMS. Now, whatever is being spoken, whatever is being taught is available in the LMS, which is available to you for a lifetime. All right. Access alumni benefits, free webinars, discounts in other programs, free programs. All right. That is one thing. We also conduct industry connect programs on the general economic scenario of the country. Was one of the very popular courses we invited some people on simple things like how to effectively use Microsoft Word. All right. Many people don't use Microsoft Word very effectively. They only use probably 5% of it. Things like that. And all around the 360 degrees that we say, we try to bring into that. We have in the past also conducted personality development programs, which of course we have not conducted in a while. We'll be conducting more. All right. Quizzes are there at the end of each module. All right. Assignments. Now, this assignments, a lot of thought process goes into it. All right, in creating those assignments, and these assignments are meant to be quite tough so that you are actually forced to think and work on this, and you are evaluated for these assignments. You are given a grading. You are given, a human being grades your assignments and tells you what you went wrong and what you can improve upon these things. Internship, I've already mentioned in the space of analytics. Resume preparation, mock interview sessions, job placement assistance. All right, or placement guarantee, depending on the kind of program that you have decided to join. You may have joined for probably the certificate program that does not have the guarantee per se. The certification, the professional program has the guarantee. But please remember, as a trainer, The trainer doesn't know whether you have joined for the certification program or the professional program. It is only your sales coordinators and career guidance counselors are going to know about it. The trainer treats everybody equally. You're in the same class. That is one thing. And most importantly, by hook or by crook, let us hope not by crook, but by hook, if you get a job, all right, you are qualified and you get a job, you may still not be able to work on your first project because it is maybe entirely new. You might have probably oversold yourself. We will help you even with your projects at your workplace. We have enormous potential. We have enormous intellectual capital available to us. We have people in the US, we have people in India, we have our alumni. All those people can help you with your first projects to actually ease your way in. All right. This is essentially what makes us a differentiator than any run-of-the-mill training institute. All right, that is what it is. This is again certain things that have been mentioned about us. All right, and these are some of the connects that we have. All right, corporate connects, and this runs into 3 pages, and it is only growing. All right, I mentioned about our pillars, Mr. Bharani Kumar, Mr. Swaroop, myself, Sharath. We collectively have over 3,000 connects who are in the senior positions in various organizations across the globe. Decision makers on hiring, people who are decision makers on hiring are connected to us. Collectively, we have over 3,000 such connects. Now, we all are using those connects to leverage and give the benefits to our participants. All right. This is something that you rarely can see. Many institutes, many organizations will have, they'll say they will have amazing sessions conducted by very senior resources. That person may come, conduct one session and go away. He'll probably have no attachment or connection. He may be charging a huge amount of money to that particular institute, and there'll be a master class by a very, very senior industry expert. We don't believe in all that. Whatever we conduct, we are conducting from people who are fully connected and who have cast their lot with the organization 360 Digit MG. So you also as participants stand to benefit from this. All right. So that is very briefly about what we are, what we do, and what is the commitment that we offer. All right. So what I will do is I will like to invite you all right, to attend the next session. All right. I would like to invite you all to attend the next session. I will just send you the link. In the chat window on YouTube, because I'll have to move into that link just a minute, in just a couple of minutes. So that you can, so today what we have discussed in the last 1 hour was primarily in the space of what you can expect. Now, how will the training be? All right. How will the training be? You may want to actually listen to that. So I have shared the link to my colleague. He'll be sharing it in the chat window there. You may want to please join that.